Want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. Hi 4K families. We are doing this orientation video for you because we can't have one in person this year, so we wanted to take some time to introduce ourselves and go through our 4K family handbook. So we're going to start with Mrs. Maddox over here.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Maddox and I'll be in Miss Sessa's room.
And I'm Mrs. Sessa. I am one of the 4K teachers. This is going to be my second year here. However, a little bit different. I am expecting a baby, so I will be out on maternity leave at the beginning of the year, which brings me to Mrs. Banky over here. She's going to be my my long-term sub. So,
hi, I'm Mrs. Banky, and I will be here when school starts. Welcome all of you.
Yes, and I'm Mrs. Lang. I'm the other 4K teacher.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Myers, and I am in Mrs. Lang's class.
Yes, so we're very excited to have you with us this year.
yep, we're the
Okay.
4K team.
Yep, we also wanted to show you what we look like with our masks, because we will be wearing those for certain parts of the day. So here we are, and maybe if we smile, I heard you can still see your smile with your eyes. So yes, this is what we could look like too. So we are still our friendly faces behind our masks.
Yep.
All right, we'll take them off while we get started.
Okay.
Okay.
So, me and Mrs. Lang talked to Mrs. Graff, who's our principal, and she did say that there's going to be a special day picked out. We don't know when yet. You guys will be communicated that for them to come in, pick up any paperwork that we would need you guys to fill out, and anything you need to bring in, which would be like the list of school supplies on our
School website.
yeah, on our school website. So that is something that'll be happening. So you guys will get a paper copy of this here shortly.
Yes. So we're gonna go through the ABCs of 4K, we say, and it's just a run through of what you can expect this school year. So first of all, we say A. A is for attendance and arrival. So our school day will begin at 7:35. That is new this year, and it ends at 2:45. 4K is different this year. We're having a Monday, Tuesday class, and we're having a Thursday, Friday class. So your child will be in school all day, Monday and Tuesday, from the 7:35 to 2:45. All day Monday, all day Tuesday. They will not be in school Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. If you are in the Thursday, Friday class, you will be in school all day, 7:35 to 2:45. You will not be attending Bristol 4K Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Something else to talk about is B for birthdays. Birthdays are a big deal. We know that kids love birthdays. We love to celebrate their birthdays. We're still going to be celebrating them. They'll get a nice crown. They'll get a little a treat bag, an award. The big thing this year, though, with there being COVID, is that we are not going to be allowing birthday treats this year. So if you just make sure that, not bringing in any food or anything like that, that would be great. And that's just because of, sanitation reasons and trying to keep everybody as healthy and safe as possible.
That's right. C is for calendar. The 4K calendar is different than the rest of the schools. There are some Fridays that 4K students will not be attending, and you will be communicated that through the Bristol website, also our newsletters and some email reminders. Communication between home and school is very important. They're going to have a blue or a green folder that things will be put in. Please empty that daily and check that for notes or anything we might have in that. Great.
D is for destination and dismissal. So like Mrs. Lang said, dismissal is at 2:45 p.m. And as far as we know right now, they will be dismissed out of door number 2, which is the door by the front office. Something different this year is that parents will not be allowed to come into the school. The lobby, I believe, is okay. So like in between the 2 sets of doors, if you've been here before, there's 2 sets of doors, but you guys won't actually be coming into the building to be picking up your child unless it's during the school day and you have a special note or something like that. But the most important thing is that if someone is picking up your child that is not you or someone on the pickup list, we need a note with your child's name, the name of the person that's going to be picking them up, and classroom teacher, and then you need to give that to the office, and we need a copy as well, so then that way everyone knows that someone new is going to be picking up your child that day. That's very, very important, because me and Mrs. Lang always want to make sure that the kiddos are going home to who they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be going home to.
And I always say we don't want to make grandma upset. So if we've never seen grandma and she's picking up,
Yes.
we've never seen her before, and then she'll get upset with us, and then we have to call, and it's this big thing. So we
Yes.
don't want to ever make grandma upset. Now, if grandma picks up every Monday, that's fine.
Yes.
But
Correct.
Yes.
Great. Also underneath the letter D is discipline. And one of the biggest things that we do in our classrooms together is we do green choices and red choices. Green choices are the choices that we strive for. So, sharing, picking up toys, raising your hand, having a quiet voice when it's time to be quiet. Those are all green choices. Those are the choices that me and Mrs. Ling are going to be encouraging. If we see someone, oh, that was a really good green choice you made, constantly giving them positive reinforcement of their green choices. A red choice would be something like, hitting, grabbing a toy out of someone's hand. But they're going to be learning those choices, and that those are the choices that we don't want to be making. Sometimes we make red choices, and then we just have to know what choice are we going to make next time. What's the green choice that we can make? And if we're struggling with a student in the class that's continually making red choices, we will be making sure to communicate that with you guys, so that you know the struggles that we're having. Maybe you're having those struggles at home too. We're all on the same team for your child, and we just want to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to make sure that your child is successful in our classroom.
That's great. E is for email. Our emails will be in this packet that you will have, and then they are also on the school website. And you will be getting emails from us, so you can just quick save that. E is also for extra clothes. So upon this pickup time that's to be determined, or the first day of school, please, in a Ziploc bag, have that labeled with their first and last name. Extra clothes: shirt, pants, underwear, and socks. You might say, oh, my child doesn't have accidents anymore. Oh, they might spill milk. They go down the slide and it's wet. Paint, anything like that. So we always just keep the extra clothes. They're gonna hang out in their locker, and then we'll remind you come winter time, maybe switch it out with some sweatpants and things like that.
Perfect. F is for first day of school. So something else that you're going to be picking up whenever we set up that pickup drop-off day is going to be an I Love Bristol t-shirt. This is going to be the t-shirt that we're going to want your kiddo to wear their first day of school here. And you're going to see there's going to be a little white heart in the corner, and we're going to want you to take some kind of like Sharpie marker or sticker, something that you're going to label on there. If they're going to be taking a bus home, what bus number they are. If they're pickup, meaning someone actually comes to the building and picks them up and takes them home every day at the end of the day, or if they're going to be kids club. That way, on the first day of school, until we really get to know the kids and where they go, it just helps make sure that we know exactly, okay, you're going in the bus line, you're going in the kids club line, you're going to be going in the pickup line. So please make sure that they wear that shirt. And again, that is going to be something that's going to be going home when you guys get your pickup day set up with Mrs. Graff.
Yep. First day of school, it's like this Bristol tradition. The 4K wears their cute little red
They
shirts.
look so cute too.
Yes, they do. G, gross motor. Your child will engage in gross motor activities for approximately 60 minutes every day in 4K. So we are going to definitely have an outside time in the morning and plan on having it in the afternoon too. We don't know if that's going to be on the playground versus all the schedules, but we will do something out in the grass or blacktop or whatever. They will be outside.
Lots of outside learning.
Yes. Choice. Hand washing, huge this year. Whoa, really huge this year.
Yes.
So,
Yes, we're actually going to be teaching that. We're going to be putting that in as a theme this
yeah.
year.
It's not
for
going to be
school.
go wash your hands. It's we are going to be showing them, and we have songs on how to wash their hands in between and all that. So you will definitely be hearing some fun hand washing songs at home. So we definitely will be doing hand washing, and we have actually times throughout the day that they will not just be putting hand sanitizer on, we will be washing our hands throughout the day, stopping our learning and washing our hands. Help at home. We encourage you to work on many skills at home, and you probably already are, identifying, writing their name, numbers, rhyming, letters, colors, shapes, all these beginning skills that they're going to need for 5K. And we will be practicing them here, and we'll give you materials at home too, stuff to practice.
Our classrooms, we are lucky because we have a sink in our classrooms. So that'll be a really nice way to put it into our daily schedule because they can just literally, just get up and go right over to our sink. So that's gonna be good. We're very lucky we have that. M, we're gonna skip over some letters. We're gonna go to M. M is for masks. We already showed you guys what we're gonna look like with our masks on. Your child is gonna be required to be bringing a mask to school. But something we're going to be providing is the lanyard that is going to be connected to the mask. So something similar, similar to this, and we're going to be able to hook the lanyard, right to their mask, so that way it's a nice, easy on and off for them. Because there will be times where they won't need them on. We're working really hard to figure out how we can keep them a safe distance apart, 6 feet. And so if they're doing that and they're at their own station, own spot, really, it's not going to be required for them to be having their mask on at that time. Now, if we're, going into a transition period where it's time to walk outside, and they're going to just pop it right on. That way it's not on the floor, they're not losing it. It's staying nice and clean on them. It's not, kids aren't, hey, let me try your mask on. We don't want any of that. So it's going to be on their lanyard, easy on, easy off. And then when they go outside to play, obviously, we don't want this to be pulling, choking a hazard, anything like that. So they're just gonna simply just tuck it into their shirts. We'll help them do this, and then they can go about their time playing outside, and then they can take it back out. So masks are gonna be, important. We're gonna be teaching masks. That's all gonna be kind of a part of our healthy habit, hygiene lesson that we're gonna be doing a lot at the beginning of the year, hitting that very hard with them. So
Absolutely. Yep. M, also we are going to be having 2 snack times. We'll talk about that in a bit, but during that snack, school offers milk. You get chocolate or white, and the cost of that is $40 for the year, $40, and you pay all that on registration.
Letter N, this is an important one too, is going to be our nurse. So normally, minor scrapes, bumps, I don't know, anything really small like that, we would normally just send them to the nurse anyways. This year though, it's going to be different. The nurse's office is really being utilized for students who are showing symptoms of COVID. And so if, little Johnny falls and gets a cut on his finger, we don't want him to be going down to the nurse's office where there's going to be potentially students there, whatever that may look like, with COVID symptoms. So we're going to be handling a lot of small things in the classroom. However, if there's something specifically COVID or illness related, so obviously if they throw up, they're going to be going to the nurse's office. If they're starting to get really warm, running a fever, cough, sneezing really bad, we're both moms and teachers, and we see, you can usually look at a kiddo and kind of be like, they just don't look like they're feeling themselves. Because we're adults and we look that way too sometimes. And so we're going to be making our best judgment, making sure that they're staying healthy so everyone else can stay healthy and the teachers can stay healthy and our classrooms are as safe as possible. So nurse, we will be partners for sure this year with things in our classroom, small things.
Correct. P, progress reports. So Bristol is trimesters, and 4K also follows that. So we have 3 trimesters, and you will be getting progress reports after each trimester. We will have conferences twice a year, and again, we don't know exactly what that will look like. It might be on the phone or video, but we will be talking to you about your child, and we will throughout the year too.
Another new one is rest under R. Because your kiddo is going to be with us all day, that's going to be a long day. This is new. This is completely new. Bristol has never had a full day 4K, so your students are going to be learning and we're going to be learning as well. So one of the items that we had put on the list for parents to buy this year is like a kinder rest mat. And I know I've personally seen them at Target. I know you can get them online as well. It's kind of like a little bit of a thicker, like yoga mat / gymnastics mat, I guess you could say. Really easy to clean off, which is why we like them. And we are going to be doing a 45-minute quiet time. So what does quiet time look like? Okay, so we're going to turn off the lights and maybe we're going to play some nice, soft, quiet music. It does not mean that your student has to close their eyes and fall asleep. If they do, great, and they might. If your child is still taking naps, they will probably fall asleep with us, and that is completely fine with us. We won't be waking them. We'll let them rest as long as their bodies need to. If your kiddo is one that doesn't rest, maybe after 45 minutes, the lights, we start slowly turning the lights back on, turning off the music. The kiddos that are awake are going to be given something quiet to do. Coloring pages, puzzles, small manipulatives, things that they can do on their own that can be quiet, but they're not being forced to lay down on their rest mat for our rest time anymore. So that is something that's going to be new this year. And we also are totally okay with bringing in like a lightweight blanket for them and a stuffed animal. We're just asking that, obviously, letting your child know that yes, you're bringing your stuffed animal to school, but it can only come out at rest time. And then it's going to be going right back in their backpack as soon as they're awake, and it's going to be getting sent home for you guys to ideally wash and clean and then bring back the next day. So that's going to be new this year. It's going to be rest. And again, this is going to be a very fluid year. If Mrs. Lang and Mrs. Banky are realizing 45 minutes is way too long, maybe they only need 30 minutes of rest, then maybe we'll adjust it. But for now, that's what we're going to be going for, is about a 45-minute rest time.
S is for snack. We are going to have snack twice a day. You are responsible for bringing your child's snack. Maybe you could put it like in the front backpack or something that adults, or when we do send out in small groups to get out of their locker, something they can quick grab. It's goldfish, apples, cheese, little sausage. I mean, something just quick, open it and they can eat it.
Small.
This is not a meal by any means. They are having a lunchtime here. And then again in the afternoon, and the afternoon snack we've never done, so I'm envisioning giving it a try. If children are like really eating it, we'll continue it, but maybe they've already eaten lunch and maybe they just want to play, then maybe we don't have an afternoon snack. So we are going to try it in the beginning, and we'll work with you on if we'll have the afternoon one. But right now we are starting the year off with 2 snacks that you have to provide. If you forget a snack, we have extra snack. They will never not have a snack and all the other children are eating. That will never happen.
Right.
Social distancing. We are going to do our best to social distance each day. Our classroom is set up differently. So we don't have these tables. We have, in each of our classrooms, we have
I want to show you.
these tables for adults to sit at, maybe working one-on-one, but our classroom is set up with a lap. This is a lap desk, they call it, so it goes on their lap, and then that little rocking chair.
Have their own little section in the room, their own nice, safe, easily cleaned space in the classroom. That's bright and colorful.
Yep. And they're also going to have their own bucket for their own supplies and their own, mask if they have to put that in there. And then, masks are going home every day, but that bucket of all their crayons and all that is being placed on a shelf, and that's theirs for when the next class comes in, and they'll have theirs, and it'll be switched.
There won't be any sharing of art supplies like normal this year.
None of that.
We're gonna go down to you. I already talked a little bit about this, under the weather. So especially this year, because of COVID. And this is gonna be something this has been communicated already out from the school with our new re-entry handbook that was approved by the board and everything. So this is just us reiterating it. If your child is under the weather at all, please do not send them to school. As of right now, we don't officially know what would happen if a student did test positive for COVID in the classroom, but I believe we would have to quarantine the room and not have our classroom open for, I think, 10 to 14 days or something like that. Which, it's gonna be a very interesting year this year, but we're gonna work through it, and we're gonna do the best that we can, and that's why we need your help. If you wake up and you look at your kiddo and they're coughing and they're just not looking well, please do not send them. Just let us know that they're not coming in that day. We'd be happy to, if they missed an art project or missed anything really fun that day, we can make copies and make sure that they get it when they come back feeling well. But that is very important. Please keep them home if they're feeling sick.
Yeah, and it might not be, okay, at the end of the day, maybe they had the cough and then we kind of wait till the end of the day. Yeah, they did start their cough. It might be you are out of the room and you're getting called to be taken home. Because
we have a 0 tolerance policy this year as teachers for kids that are coughing or showing any COVID symptoms. So, normally maybe a little cough here and there, we would have been like, okay, let's monitor it. This year, you're gonna be getting called to come pick them up. So just something to be aware of.
Yes. That brings us to like visitors, volunteers. You know, we used to have so much of that in 4K, and unfortunately, for the start of the year, we will not be having that. Visitors, volunteers, we're gonna put a hold on that. We hope that the year, you know, runs smooth, and you know, come in future months, we can be back to having a few adults into the classroom at a time through a sign up. But at the start of the year, as of right now, we will be having no visitors and no volunteers into the classroom.
And our last thing, we'll go with X for exciting. 4K is very exciting, and it's a really fun. It's going to be a really fun year. Yes, it's going to be different, but something that me and Mrs. Lang, and we've been virtually meeting a lot over the summer because we want to do the best that we very, very can for your kiddos, is that yes, it's going to be different, but this is going to be, they've never been in Bristol before. So while it looks different for us, because we've been here before, they don't know what our 4K classroom was like before COVID. And so, you know, we're really excited for the year. We're gonna do lots of fun things. Having a full day is gonna open us up to be able to have some new subjects that I guess you can say that we're gonna be teaching. We're gonna have a lot more time for teaching social skills, which is gonna be really good, very important for them when they go off to kindergarten next year. But it's gonna be a really good year. It's gonna be different, but it's going to be fun. We've been working hard to make sure that it's as fun and exciting as possible for them.
Yes, that's right. I want to give a quick run through of like what your child will happen. They're going to come to school, and it will be, you know, staggered. Some are on the bus, some are getting dropped off, and they are actually going to come, put hand sanitizer on, and come right to their little rocking chair table spot, and they have an activity there. Their backpack is to their spot. An adult, we have Mrs. Myers and Mrs. Maddox in the classroom, or you know, ourselves, Mrs. Banky in the beginning, are going to be taking that backpack and they're loading it into the locker. So we're not having any crowding out by the lockers. We're doing our little activities, and then we're going to have our morning meeting, our calendar, our letter of the week, all that. And then we're going to move on to a literacy project, an art project for some. We're going to be going outside. We're going to take some time to do some music and movement, and then we, you know, do some math. We're taking breaks throughout this to do hand washing, and then we have our outside time. Coming back in, where are we next? We're taking a bathroom break,
yep.
And then we're doing some music and movement, and we're having our lunch already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, the day, it goes pretty quick, and then they'll have their rest time, and then they're gonna slowly wake up, and they're gonna have some free choice back outside, maybe some small group activity with a teacher for, you know, a skill maybe they're struggling with that we now have, you know, some time in our schedule to work with students. And then it's pack up and dismissal. So I do envision this day going fast. It always did. We used to have 3 hours with the students. Now we have the full day. I'm excited to try this.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yep. And although I won't be here at the beginning of the year, I'm excited to.
I'll call her. Don't worry.
Yes.
I'll call her.
I'm sure I'll be checking in every day. Something with lunches too, which we didn't mention. They're gonna be eating lunch in the classroom.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
So
Oh, okay.
Yep, in the classroom, they're gonna be eating their lunch. We are gonna stay the peanut free, because we don't know, you know, allergies are coming in, so we just like to keep the 4K peanut free. And I know there'll be some questions on that, so we'll, you know, be communicating that out. But yeah, lunch in the classroom, and then that's when they're, you know, can have their milk, or, you know, you bring the water, the juice, the whatever, and they have their drink. But yeah, just, I mean, very simple, because again, it's in the classroom. Yeah, and then I don't know about heated up, maybe then that's like, you know, they can go take it to the microwave.
Yeah.
And we might have time to go into the cafeteria.
Yep.
I don't know if it's gonna be like a taking turn process, maybe
Yep.
4K can go first since we're
Yeah.
so little.
Yeah, there's still, you know, there's still some unanswered questions, but as of right now, as far as we know, it'll be in the classroom eating lunch. So,
And yeah. Oh boy.
I think that's it.
Yeah, and then usually we would say any questions, but we can't do that right now. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, watch it, rewind again and again, and yeah, let us know.
Yep.
Thank
And
you
you'll be
so
getting your own copy,
Yes.
so you can always look over it.
Thanks
Okay.
for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Can't wait to see you guys.